Okay, so for this one, we're given that line L contains points -5, 0, and 2, 0, 2, and that line K contains points 0, -4, and P, 0, and we want to find P. The other critical piece of information that we're given is that these two lines, K and L, are parallel. So what does it mean if they're parallel? That means that they have the same slope, right? We know that slope is equal to your sort of change in y over your change in x, or you may have heard rise over run, right? So formulaically, or in like formula form, how do we express that? We express that as when you're given 2 points as your sort of y2 minus y1 over your x2 minus x1. So again, how much your y changes between those 2 points and how much your x changes between those 2 points. So in this case, so for let's do the find the slope of L, since we have all the variables there, right? Since we have, or rather, since we're not missing anything. So for L, your y2 minus y1 over that will equal, let's just say this is our second point. So y2, this y value, 2 minus y1, the first y value, 0, over x2 minus x1. So a quick note, what you make y2 and y1, like whichever one you call like the first or second point, doesn't actually matter. The only thing that matters is that if you call this one like if you call this y2, that this has to be x2. Or if you call this y2, then this one has to be x2. So just make sure you match those. But besides that, the order doesn't matter. So then since we made this our y2, this will be our x2. So over 0 minus what's x1, -5. So minus -5. So that becomes 2 over, so 0 minus -5, so just plus 5, right? So 2 over 5. That's our slope of L. So since we know that these two are parallel, we know that the slope of K also has to equal that. So we know that for K, it's, again, so applying this sort of little formula here, y2 minus y1. So y2, 0 minus y1, -4 over x2. It's our variable. Just plug it in. We're going to solve for it. P minus 0. Right, so you see that we're missing our sort of x2 here, and I just plugged in p because we're going to solve for it. And how are we going to solve for it? Because we know that this has to be equal to 2 over 5, because they have to be parallel. So simplifying this a little bit, so 0 minus -4, so that's just positive 4. 4 over p minus 0, so just over p has to be equal to 2 over 5, right? So at this point, you can just, a few ways of doing it, you can just, let's say, just cross multiply. So 5 times 4 is 20, is equal to 2 times p, so 2p, and then just dividing both sides by 2, 10 is equal to p, which is answer choice D.